have much planned here. If you're seeing this afterwards for whatever reason, just pop in on and say hi to people. Let's see. Oh, I need to switch my music over. Switch my headset over. Sound settings in my headset. Perfect. Perfect. There's some D&D ambience on here. Wasn't ambient mixer. Where did I get this? Not Syrinscape. Epidemic sound? No, that's not it. Where do I get it from? Oh, I forgot to put my green screen back. That's alright. D&D Compendium, SoundCloud, Fantasy Plus. Where in the world do I get my ambience from? Oh, tabletop audio. That's it. That's it. Let's go to Old Town. Old Town. And go to music. I don't know about that one. Yeah, like City of Wonder. Although it might be loud. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Alright. I see 4 viewers are in here. Feel free to say hello. I'm just doing some work in the background, so figured I'd pop in and say hi to whoever's on at whatever time it is. I didn't even monetize this. Hello, Samuel. How you doing? Good to meet you. See you. How is your? Doing good. Not too bad. Not too bad. The weather here has been getting a lot nicer. We had a ton of rain the past few days, so today and yesterday were beautiful, which was actually perfect for that solar eclipse. I don't know if you got to see that or not, but we had a nice, beautiful day for that. I have to sneeze. It won't come out. That didn't really affect where I was with the eclipse. Brutal. Yeah, we weren't like right in the direct path or anything, but we could see something. I think we had like 90% or something like that. It's pretty cool. Got to go out and check it out. I didn't really know what to expect with those glasses because you can't see when you put them on. You see nothing at all, which I guess is the point. But at first, I was like, man, I got scammed with these glasses. I thought that I just got these glasses that didn't actually do anything, and then once you look at the sun, you can actually see it. But pretty wild. Pretty wild. Sure. Is it? I guess what time is it where you are? Is it so right now? It's almost midnight here. Uh, what time is it where you're at? Oh no! What happened to my post? Holy cow! Bright and early, huh? Sheesh. That was not what I expected. That's crazy. Where is... Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, dark and early, I guess. Well, don't feel obligated to stay awake on my behalf. I don't think that's why you're here, but just letting you know. Feel free to go get some sleep. That's hilarious. Is that when you work? Is that why you're up so early? Forgot to change this background. I had this background up while I was playing D&D with the viewers the other night. That was a lot of fun. We'll be sleeping later, too awake to sleep, so popped in and said, "Hi, hey, good to see you then. Glad you're here." Got it. Yeah, I've had, especially college, man, college killed my sleep schedule. I was never sleeping when I should have been. I'm not going to say I ever slept in class, but there were so many times where I felt like it. So I totally get having a rough sleep schedule. Yeah, okay, I thought so. All right. Yeah, no, I forgot to change this background. I should have changed it to something a little more inviting, I guess. You know what? I still can. Let's see. For just a chit-chat session, what do I change it to? Let's see. I'll do a sunrise background for you. Even though it's midnight here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I want to do another one. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of prep the first time. I don't think it'll be as much this time because I've got a lot of it set up that's reusable. But definitely want to do another one. I've got several encounters I could totally use for that. Let's see. These are all sunrise on the beach. Oh, this... You know what? Let's do a nice space theme. Space. I could do a castle one, too. Like a castle in the background. Let's see. Ooh. Where did that go? I actually do have... So I have this one. It's kind of like a dark forest. And then I have this one that's like just a regular forest. I just saw a pretty cool one that I had downloaded, but I guess it's not in a file format that it can use. What was that all about? Save image as... Oh, as a web file. I really like that castle, though. Why is it saying as a web file? Come on. Alright, let's do Enchanted Forest, see what we get. That one's kind of cool. Yeah, here we go. Something... Well, this one's got a little cabin in the back. Save image as. Are they all going to say that? There we go. Let's see what this one looks like. Save this one in the background. Yeah. No, we could do better. Unfortunately, this one was vertical, so it didn't do very much. Let's see. This one's got some little mushroom things in the background. Oh, here we go. This is a perfect... Alright. Please don't be a web image. Alright. I got a good one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's perfect. That'll do. Yeah, I'm finally putting some stuff up on my Patreon. It's been like almost 2 weeks since I last put something on there. Yeah, very Feywild. I've yet to add any kind of Feywild into any of my campaigns, and I think that would be a lot of fun because there's so much you can do with it. It's almost like, I don't know, it's just so different that you can kind of just do anything with it, which I think is a lot of fun. Let's see. Yeah, I'm posting, I made this map on stream like 2 weeks ago, and I'm finally getting around to putting it on Patreon. I'm also going to put the new version of the Satchamon spreadsheet on. Feywild Fiend. Hold on. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Let me share, exit out a few things here. Alright. Yeah, let's share. Let's see what they got. How do I, which one is it? Is it encounter creation? There we go. Feywild Fiend. There we go. Fey Gods That Vibe, that's funny. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, wow. She really dives into this. Overview of the Feywild. Yeah, this is really good for that. Yeah, I will for sure have to dive into this beforehand. Because I don't really understand too much of it, but... Huh. Yeah, very cool. Good source for info on the Feywild and gives quest hook ideas and such. Oh yeah, let me go to videos. I built a massive D&D dungeon over 8 feet long. Sheesh. At a certain point, like, how do you even reach the other side to work with? Even with my 6-foot table, it's a struggle. Wedding in Iceland, very cool. Yeah, I'll have to check her out. Greek into the Feywild for quests, which is neat. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'll peruse this. I'll have to dive into it. Maybe when I'm on break at work tomorrow or something, dive through some of the videos. Maybe I'll come up with a cool Heroes Haven encounter or something to add to it. Yeah, this week in my stream, I'm going to probably be working on the person who won the giveaway. Oh, I also forgot to hang the green screen back up behind me. Just realized that. Probably going to be working on the map that the giveaway winner won. It sounds like they won a magic shop, which would be a lot of fun. What is the title? Oh, Frail Fishery. Wait, you're a Soul Taker? Have I put 2 and 2 together about that before? And I'm just forgetting now? I gotta find a way to, like... That's too funny. Alright, alright, here's what I need to do. I need to literally pen and paper write down the different YouTube names that match with the different Discord names, because I talk to all of you more on Discord than anything. And so when you have a different name here, there's no way I'm remembering these. So I literally just need like a piece of paper that says like your name, Discord name. That's really funny. That is too funny. Well, probably on the stream, I'm going to be making your map, as I mentioned. And the magic shop is a cool idea. Oh, you know what? Let's, while we're here, I guess we can look at it real quick, see if any of those map cases, or not map cases, what are they called? Display cases. The glass display cases are on here. That is so funny. Sitting here talking about you to you without knowing it's you. Also, hello to the other current viewers that are here. I don't know who's there. I don't think I can see who that is, but feel free to chat, ask questions, say hi. All right, let's see. So, we're thinking some kind of display case. Oh, hey, look. Hold on. So, I feel like we could definitely use this for some tall items. What's this? Oh, jeez. This is a display case? That is a massive... Saw on a different map and really like the idea of them displaying glass cabinets. I don't know what's that is. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Small display case. So are these what you saw? Are these what you saw on a different map that you were talking about? Because I know what, like, you're talking almost more like a jewelry store display case, I think, with like the glass on top. Pedestal treasure. Yeah, these are all pedestals. Staircase. That's a wicked staircase. It's weird that it's the next level down, though. Do they have... Oh, yeah, they do have it up top. That's funny. Alright, so let's see what they have. Yeah, like a jewelry store. Alright, so Steam Workshop. Browse assets. Display case. That's a fridge display case. Alright, no biggie. Yeah, I figure we can maybe find something. Oh, maybe showcase? Should I search for showcase? These are cool. I feel like these are more for vertical things, but I like them. I just gotta get some cool like staffs in here or something. Steam Workshop, browse assets. So let's look at the showcase then. We'll type that in. Food shop showcase. Those could be good for armor. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about armor, too. Like armor stands. I wonder if they've got some cool armor. Yeah, I like these helmets. And then just a gun. Oh, an animated Drider? Hold the phone, Cotton. Oh, that's sick. Sick. Yeah, let's see. We'll start with a staff. Let's see what kind of staff they have. Staff of the Serpent, cool. I don't know what they'll give us for magic item. Let's see. Mace magical. See, now this is the problem, is they lay these down and you can't make it go vertical. I wish you could do that. But I know that that's definitely something that is in their future updates thing, so they'll be able to do that at some point. Obelisk, Runestone, Crooked Wand, Skulls. Come on! Let's see, weapon. That's a cool, whatever this, Haiden? I don't know how you say that. I have not seen much of Dungeon Alchemist, but the one I've seen a lot of is Dungeon Draft. I've definitely heard of that. I think the YouTuber that I watch a lot, Power Word Spill, I think he's talked about that in the same video that he was also talking about Dungeon Alchemist, if I remember correctly. Yeah, see, we need the weapons to stand up straight like this, so we can Yeah, we can put that in a case. If it even fits. Alright. Yeah, I feel like we could do that. This looks like trash. This whole room. Hold on. Hold on. Let's clear these objects while we're doing this. Also, I see some more concurrent viewers. Welcome. Just chit-chatting. Not doing anything special, so feel free to say hi, ask questions, say what's up, tell me what time zone you're in. It's fun to learn about it. Matt looks done already. Yeah, I've made your map. That was it. That was your whole map. I wonder. All right, let's look at some maps. So I think, if I remember correctly, I had saw that they have the entire Lost Mines of Phandelver in here. I don't know if you have to type Lost Mines or LMOP will work. Yeah, so here's, yep, here's the Goblin ambush. Yeah, that's fine. Download them. Download them. Hey, welcome. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. Wow, that's actually really cool because they add the layers too. Up. Oh wow, that's cool. It's a really good map. Let's see what else they got. Yeah, them opening this up to the community in the Steam Workshop was genius. There's just so much room for growth now with people adding all the stuff that they come up with. Wave Echo Cave, Cragmaw Castle. Oh, that one looks pretty spot on. Let's see. See, now that's... I think, if I remember correctly, these are round? No, I don't remember. I don't remember. I know, so they're using these curved wall pieces in Dungeon Alchemist, which is not normal wall pieces, so they're treated different when you're putting like windows and stuff on them. But I know Dungeon Alchemist is so close. They've got to be so close because they keep releasing TikToks on it of their curved wall capabilities coming up soon. And so when they do that, man, you're going to be able to do so much on here. This is a cool map, though. And then... Wait, what? This is the... Is this not... Where's the, I think the owlbear is in this room here, isn't it? But this room should have a door. Because that's the tower that the owlbear is in. I think. Did they change it up a little bit? Do you use Hero Forge for minis? I don't, only because I don't want to pay for the minis because we use a lot of them. So for now, I really just get minis off of, you know, whoever has free minis online. Typically that MZ4250, he's got a lot of really, really good options. But I have made one Hero Forge mini. It was actually my latest big bad evil guy, my BBEG, that I used in my last session. I did use Hero Forge for him because I needed a big hulking Goliath that kind of acts as like a kingpin role for a for this like gang that's going on. So I have used it one time. This is cool. Steam Workshop, browse maps. Give it one more look. Wave Echo Cave's gonna be massive, I imagine. What else we got? Oh, Wave Echo Cave 2. So they did like the different areas of Wave Echo Cave. Where's the Red Brand hideout? I usually just download them via credits I still have from being pro. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yeah, I mean, if you got if you got the credits, use them. Very cool. Let's see what we got here. So you walk in here. I feel like they didn't need to make this a cave system. I mean, I get why they did it. They wanted to show that it was underground. But I feel like they could have just left it at the walls. Honestly, okay. I didn't plan on doing any of this tonight, but let's see. If I can lower this a little bit, I think I like the cave being, or the, it, oh gosh. I like it being a wall or rock around the walls. Gosh, I can't speak. Oh, I'm going too far. I was thinking I could like use this to flatten the terrain right up at the wall height. I gotta go lower. Flatten. How's that? Yeah, there we go. So you could do this. Yeah, this is what they should have done. So that way you can still show it's underground without having the big giant rock wall all the way around it. And now I just need to turn that up. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Oh no. I didn't realize this stuff over here. Alright, now it's gonna get tricky. Because we don't want to ruin the next room. But I think that's what's gonna happen if I'm not careful. So you just gotta zoop. Oh, but now that's okay. I can fix that at some other point. I actually gotta remember this for other maps. This was a pretty good idea that I have not done before. Yeah. Do a little terraforming here. Let's make this a small one. Try and keep this as close to how they had it as possible, because I imagine it's pretty close to the actual room size from the map. Let's see. And there we go. I don't know what this black smoke is supposed to be. I'm guessing it's because it's down in the... Oh yeah, they made that some kind of green poison water or something. And now do the same thing here. I don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe I could do that live. Maybe do the starter set live. get people that are new into D&D playing the starter set, learning how things go, how it works. Chat. It's almost scary to read that. Chat controls. I mean, it went way better than I expected the other night. But it's just funny to think of how out of hand it could probably get. I'm really excited. I think in Thursday's stream, we're going to be releasing the next expansion in Satchamon on the Discord, which will be the Storm King's Thunder expansion. And it's going to consist of 11 cards. We've already picked them out, which I'm hype about. And then what's even cooler is hopefully soon, Nimbian over there, the mod, has been putting in a ton of work on getting everything so much nicer as far as viewing collections and such, both yours and other people's. And I don't know why I did this. Am I going to save this? I'll save. I'll just save it over here. Save. Chat is the DM for you and your players. We make the campaign. Oh god. Yeah, I think that's definitely scary. All right. Yeah, I'll show you what he's been working on. Let me see. How do I pull that back up? Sorry, 1 second. Let me go here real quick. Bring this down. Yeah, here we go. So, zoom in a little. So essentially now the thought is when you get your collection, or you want to look at your collection, or you want to look at someone else's collection, you would type in the /collection command, no matter whose collection you're trying to look at, yours or somebody else's, and you'll get a link that you can click and it will bring you here. Steven, thank you so much. Me too. And I hope that you have a wonderful life tonight. Well, if it's tonight for you, I don't know what time it is where you are, but likewise, I would like to send the compliment right back. The well wishes. But if you're trying to look at somebody's collection here, you can click whoever's. So let's say you wanted to look at mine because you wanted to trade me something. You go find mine, which... Oh, I gotta put it in alphabetical order. You click mine, and now here's my entire collection. You can change it to however many you want to be able to see. You can organize it by what cards I have. You can organize it by, you know, the CR, the grade, value. So that's like, this is currently the dream setup as far as collections go for Satchamon over on Discord. But we'll see. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, it would probably be nice to have... Hey, you know what? I'll take either one, live or life. I hope that I hope that my live goes well, and I hope everyone's lives go even better. How about that? I feel like there should be a drop down for all of the people that have collections here, so you can switch between them easily from here. That would be nice. That would be nice. But yeah, and then you can see your different small collections that you're going for. Yeah, this is definitely going to help a lot of the trades and stuff that go on, because I know it's really hard right now to see what other people have and I know it's kind of obnoxious to have to download your own collection to go like look at what you have. So once we have this in and you're able to just click it and go see everyone's collections and organize it how you want and see where you are on your different sets that you're going for, then you'll be able to, like, none of this is correct because this is all like the test bot stuff, so these are all cards that I don't have, but pretty cool how it works. So you can look at your full collection, see what expansion they're from. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till this is live. That's gonna be massive. Anyway, I gotta get this Patreon post up. I have too much fun on these live streams, man. I like talking to you guys. I don't get much done, but I like talking to you guys. Where did that go? Oh, no, did I exit out of it? Good, I'm glad someone else is enjoying it, not just me. Let's see, slide this up. I was actually watching another live stream, just another creator, and that much bigger creator, and they had a lot of people in there, and it was to the point where like there were so many people just there to talk to the person and asking questions, and it's not the person's fault whatsoever. It's just like they're getting to none of them, and I don't know. I guess the goal of being on YouTube is to get that big at some point, but I would feel bad because at that point it's so disassociated with your audience. I feel like I don't think I want that. I like talking to everybody and getting to know people, even though I don't remember your Discord name versus your YouTube name. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to be that big, but I also like to know who I'm talking to, see who I'm talking to, answer questions. I don't really know what I'm going for with this whole YouTube thing. In all honesty. Encounter. Frail fishery. Includes basic. There we go. I would feel the same. I enjoy the fun interacting with the streamer and not drowned out and having to pay just to get something through. Yeah. I like. What's going on, Widget? I'll play it again. Yeah, I don't ever want people to have to feel like they have to pay to talk. You know, I don't know. It's an odd feeling. Odd feeling. So, but I don't know. I guess that's. I mean, once you make it a job, I mean, I get it. But I don't know. Again, I don't really know what I'm going for. I am so... I don't know if anybody has finished... Actually, I'll show you real quick, DJ Widget. Let me pull it back up. I was just showing Samuel here what the hope is for the collections aspect of the Satchamon Discord. Nimbian has been crushing it. He's been working on this change here, this update that we hope to push out in the near future. But basically, I'll zoom in. So when you type in the /collection from now on, and instead of just /collection to see yours, and then using the export collection to see your whole collection, or typing in the user's name, it's all going to be one /collection command that will bring you to this link, and from here you can go through and see whose you want to click. So it could be yours or anyone else's. So I don't know, like we could go to, let's see, who am I gonna see first, me or you two? I might have already passed you guys, to be honest. All right, well, there's me. So you go here, and now this is my collection, and you can organize it. You can have it up to 100 people. You can, or 100 per line or per sheet. You can put it in whatever order you want. The card. It, yeah, I'm looking for Samuel. I'm not seeing it for some reason. But you can organize it by any of these options. But then you can also see where you are on the sets. So you can click whatever set you want to try and complete and see where you are with which ones you have and which ones you're missing. And then if you want to trade, you can go back and pick that other person's and see what they have and where they maybe are with sets and might be interested in. So this is what he's been working on. It's coming out really nice. But I know he's kind of swamped with it at this point. Yeah, he's crushing it. This thing is beautiful. So I don't know how he does this stuff, but he's a wizard. He's a wizard, Harry. So this will be a lot of fun when we get this one up. I can't wait. Can't wait, because what also is going to come with this, I'll give you a full... What do we need to get images for? So he's also working on that. I know we have some people in the Discord that are working on card images and stuff. Nibian has also been working on that a lot, finding out a good way to incorporate that into the system when we have cards and all that. So not necessarily, I think, in here, but what I was going to say is some other updates that are coming. We have some really big updates that are coming. I'm excited about it. You're going to be able to sell your cards for their value, which is cool. You'll be able, so now you're going to have like a running amount of gold that you have. You'll be able to spend that gold to buy more cards in a day. So if you keep getting cards that you just have copies of and you don't really see any trades you want to do, you can sell them and then get more cards. But also, we're hoping to have a rolling shop, which will update maybe like 12 hours or something like that, every 6 or 12 hours, with 10 randomly selected cards. And their rarities and stuff, and you'll be able to buy those cards. Now, they'll be more expensive than their normal value, but you'll be able to have a little bit more than just random cards that you can pull. You can spend that gold that you get. So we'll have this cool shop aspect of it, and you'll be able to also include gold in your trades with other people. So if you want to get someone's card, and you're like, I only have this less valuable card, but what if I cover the difference with gold here? You'll be able to do that too. So, yeah, you did say it before. Yeah. I mean, I also didn't do too much with Pokemon cards when I was a kid. I had like the basic binder with, a decent number of cards, not much, but I have spent countless hours at this point on Sachemon, and so has Nibian, doing all the actual making it into a computer program side of things. So I'm neck deep into Sachemon at this point as well. But it's fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I like seeing other people trading on there. I know that it's not totally user friendly at the moment, but we're working on it. I collected the Pokemon X and Y Breakpoint set, and that's about it. Yeah, I think I might have had some of the Team Rocket cards, whatever set that was, but I was young at that point, and I wasn't super into it, so I didn't really have that many. But I had a buddy of mine go through them, see if any were valuable. I didn't even sell them. I was just like, hey, you can have them, because I didn't really do too much with them. I need to do this. It was just brought into the world. Plenty of time to go and fix beginning issues. Yeah, that's... Oh, gosh, that's an old drink. So I'm going to drink that. Yeah, it is cool, because we are kind of right at the beginning of everything. It's fun seeing how things are already changing as we go. So, it's... Oh, by the way, side note, and actually, DJ Widget, real fast, I was telling Samuel before you got on that this Thursday, I'm hoping to, as long as Nibian's ready for it and everything, release the next expansion set, which will be Storm King's Thunder. After we do that, the next thing that I release for Sachemon will probably be that big update that lets us do all of that. And what's really fun is any card that was pulled prior to that update is going to be considered first edition, and it's going to have something that notates it as first edition. So then after that, the cards that are going to be pulled, I mean, you're still going to have the same chances of everything. Same cards are going to exist, but they're going to say second edition. So you'll actually be able to, when you're trading, see if the card that you're getting was a first edition card. It's just funny that we're talking about we're in the beginning of things. So, like, who knows, a year from now, if, you know, all this is still going, hopefully, you'll be able to see certain cards that have been around since, you know, like the first month of this existing as first edition, quote unquote, which will be a lot of fun. A man by the name of Folk Barney Barnswaggle. Barney. Double crit fail, what's going on? Going good so far. This is getting so complex, I know. Double crit fail. I think you'd appreciate it too. I'm literally going to recap everything I just said in like 1 minute, so that way these two don't have to hear it all over again. So, long story short, this Thursday when I stream, we're going to be releasing the next expansion over in the Sachamon Discord, which is going to be the Storm King's Thunder expansion, which is a lot of fun. But after that, we're going to have a massive update, which is going to change a whole lot of things in the Discord. But all the cards that were pulled up until that point are going to be considered first edition. So they're going to have something that notates them as being considered first edition cards. So that way, you know, like a year from now, hopefully, if all this is still going, you'll be able to see which cards were pulled like within the first month of everything. So anyone that's pulling cards over there, you might be getting first edition ones. Guess I got to start grabbing some. It's up to you if you're into it or not. That's another thing we were just talking about, is whether or not we were into Pokemon and other stuff like that. So some people just aren't into it. Not a big deal. But having a lot of fun with it. And now I'm just... oh, by the way, Double Crit Fail, I saw your video shot up in views, by the way. It went from like 100 in a day or two to like 900, I think I saw. Or actually, I don't know how long it took to get that 100, but... So you're naming them after the Adventure League paths. I don't know anything about the Adventure League. So that's like the official D&D league, right? That you can, there's like certain rules you have to follow. I don't really know anything about it, to be honest. Man by the name of Barney Barnswaggle has requested the assistance. Yeah, it is. my one video that has like 40 some thousand views on it right now. It's my like first D&D setup video. It's the one that kind of really blasted all this into the ether here. That one took like weeks to do anything, and then it just kept going. So my second one, the one that I just did, the part 2 to that, it in day 1 shot up to like 1,200 views, and then it's just flatlined. So I'm kind of hoping, like, you know, maybe it'll do the same thing later on. I don't know. It's the next video. Well, I appreciate it. It was one of my earlier videos, and it's funny going back and seeing it. I definitely talked a lot slower, and that's because I didn't know, like, really what I wanted to say in the video. So it's interesting to see how I talked then and how I talk now in my videos. I definitely talk a lot faster and with a little more confidence, I think. How can I not see this? The assistance of an adventuring party. We were talking about doing Lost Mines of Phandelver as the next stream, like live D&D. I think it'd be really fun, especially if I could get new people that have never played before that are looking to learn. Just join in and see how it's played, and they can chime in here and there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Party in solving a mysterious. I noticed YouTube videos get a lot of views the first day, then flatline for maybe 3 to 4 days. Something real. Yeah. Actually, the one my table build video did something similar to that. It was definitely like a little while, not as long as that first one, but it was a little while before it really just blasted off and then stopped again. So, Heroes Haven modules each start in... this flippin' icon is always in the way of your chats. Start in the city and takes you on cool quests. Yeah, I was thinking about doing Heroes Haven on here. The issue that I find with Heroes Haven is I think the fun part about it is your ability to take the characters, interchange them, and like make them your own character within the town. Um, Whereas I almost feel like, because like I never know who's going to be in the stream, or what people are going to do with these characters. I almost feel like an actual like defined campaign setting is probably better for something like this, because it's a little more directed. There's more constructiveness to it. So that was the only reason I don't think I'll probably do Heroes Haven. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe at one point I'll just wing it. Let the first couple people pick a character, throw them in, tell us what we're going to do with them. I don't know. My wife also mentioned maybe having people... Oh, got it. I understand now. Yeah, so yeah, right now, like, all I've been uploading to Patreon and stuff is the maps, and I do upload these... Oh, goodness. Nice. You're not going to see it. These forms that I use that has all the details on it. So that at least is all the information you need to run it, but it doesn't necessarily describe Heroes Haven specifically. But I do have a whole Heroes Haven description thing on there. I'm supposed to be recording a video right now that's another Heroes Haven video. It's actually the next building, which is going to be Knox Banking and Brokerage. The bank, where you can like invest in the town and stuff like that. So excited to get that one out there. But my Heroes Haven videos don't do as well as normal videos. So I still think they're important because I promised them, but I try to sparse them out. Custody of the system. I need to just copy this. Can I pull this up somewhere? I think I have it. Oh, I need to put this in here. Did you, DJ Widget or Double Crit Fail, did you guys get to see any part of the solar eclipse today? I know Samuel said he didn't really get any kind of good visual on it. Uh, 5e. Heroes Haven. And that's kind of sad because Heroes Haven. Oh no, bummer. Sorry about the boys. It's my daughter has had this rough cough for the past few nights, and she's fine during the day. That's what the part that's killing me is she's fine during the day, but when she goes to sleep, she just is rough, man. She's coughing all night and she can't sleep, which makes her grumpy during the day. I feel for her. I feel her pain, man. And DJ Widget, are you saying Heroes Haven brought you to what? Brought you to my channel, to the D&D table? I called Solar Eclipse. We live close to Totality. Cool. Oh, you drove to it too. Nice. My dad had mentioned maybe doing that, but it wasn't worth me taking off the work. I have too many vacation stuff. Heroes Haven. Got it. Well, cool. I'm glad they brought you here. Because honestly, like, they're near and dear to my heart just because that's kind of... I don't know. The one campaign I do, the primary campaign, I love. It's probably my favorite. But Heroes Haven is my way of getting everybody, all my friends and everybody involved. And so that one I love. And it's just so open world. It's fun. So I'm glad that someone else enjoys it as much. I need Heroes Haven quests. Why can't I find that? Craigslist quest. There we go. Was Heroes Haven inspired by West March? That is so funny that you said that, because yeah, okay. I thought you I thought you were playing Widget. That's why I was shocked. I was like, there's no way that I introduced you to D&D with Heroes Haven. But as far as Double Crit Fail, the West Marches style thing, I have never heard of West Marches. And since I released that first Heroes Haven video, I have gotten so many comments about this West Marches thing. And I kept saying I'm going to look into it, and I never do. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up right now, because what better time than right now when I'm doing nothing but just talking to you guys. West Marches. Let's see. Alright. West Marches... Oh, hold on. It was designed to be pretty much time opposite a normal weekly game. There was no regular time. Every session was scheduled by the players on the fly. Fair. There's no regular party. Each game had different players drawn from a pool of around 10 to 14 people. Sounds right. There was no regular plot. Players decided where to go and what to do. Spot on. Sandbox style. There's no mysterious old man sending them on quests, no overarching plot, just an overarching environment. Yeah, it's spot on. Matt Colville video. Yeah, I'll check that out. It's like shared world between a bunch of players, often involving exploring different parts of the world. It can even have multiple DMs sharing. Oh, that's cool. Multiple DMs is sweet. I am reading ours. Good call. All right. Clearly, I've been out of touch with this game, because everyone knows this West Marches thing. I know nothing about it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like I pretty much just followed what this person did. Pretty cool. Is to actually run a successful West Marches campaign. I started playing D&D right, I want to say beginning of COVID. It was kind of when everything was starting to shut down, but no one was sure yet. It was like right before like everything really shut down, but people were still kind of starting to stay to themselves a little bit. I had a couple buddies that would come hang out, and I had one that was over. We had pretty much exhausted all my board games at that point, and I basically said to him, I was like, look, I've wanted to play D&D forever. Well, at the time I said Dungeons & Dragons, because I didn't know D&D was so interchangeable with Dungeons & Dragons. So I was like, I've seen the Dungeons & Dragons starter set at Target. We'll go pick it up now. You want to try it? And he's like, sure. And so we brought it home. I opened it up. I started reading the rule book and realized that we were not playing that night. That was not happening. But I spent the next month learning about it and reading into it, and then that was when everything really did shut down. So got to spend some more time learning about it, and eventually got to play. So I'll say I've been playing for maybe 4-ish years, something along those lines. Started playing D&D end of July, beginning of August last year. Oh, cool, welcome. But I have been in tabletop role-playing games for years now. Oh yeah, then I mean, you've probably done it more than me. So that's the thing. I have only done D&D, and I've played Cult of Cthulhu twice. Maybe three? Twice. 2 times. And I like Cult of Cthulhu, but I like D&D a lot more. But that's the only 2 games I've played. I have not touched any of the other ones. So like Pathfinder, nothing like that. So people who play them, I love hearing about it, because I'm usually averse to change. I'm not good at it. So you are one of the rare few that started with TTRPG that wasn't D&D. Yeah, I feel like that's all I ever hear is like D&D getting your start to this world. Did you ever listen to any actual plays or anything that inspired you? Adventure Zone, Acquisitions, Critical Role, anything like that? I did not prior to playing. However, I have a hour 45-minute commute, almost 2-hour commute to work and back every day. So after I started playing and I got addicted, obviously, I needed D&D in my life. And so I found Critical Role, and I binged their entire second season within, I want to say, a few months. It didn't take long. I mean, it did, obviously. It took their amount of videos and time, but I was able to binge that to and from work listening to the podcast. So I have watched Critical Role's entire second season. I did not watch first, and I have not kept up with their third one. My group has had a hard time wanting to do anything other than D&D. Yeah, I get it. I'm kind of the same way. I will play Call of Cthulhu because my other buddy at the table, that's his favorite game. So if he wants to GM Call of Cthulhu, I'm absolutely in. But other than that, I would personally much prefer to dive into D&D. Pathfinder 2 is pretty awesome. Yeah, so I have another friend at the table who has primarily played Pathfinder. He only comes to the Heroes Haven ones, so he's not in any campaign or anything. But he is big into Pathfinder, and so he would have the same sentiment. I'd like to try it at some point. I did play a couple more homebrew tabletop RPGs made by a guy who ran a server I was part of prior to that. Just have a big interest. My Kickstarter backer of the Stargate RPG. Oh, cool. Stargate 5e. That's right. Oh, Stargate 5e, by the way, that reminds me. Did you guys see that NASA came out with a one-shot? Like, literal NASA. I saw some news article pop up about it. I didn't look too deep into it, but I saw NASA came out with a one-shot. I totally recommend it for the Bureau of Balance arc from Adventure Zone. Their first season. Basically, it's so good. It's created a graphic novel. Oh, cool. Wicked. All right, hold on. Bureau of Balance. Let me write that down. Of Balance. Yeah, I'll check it out. I really wanted to watch Critical Role's third season. I was super hype about it, but it's not the same in my opinion. Now, I only got like 2 or 3 episodes in, and my primary issue with it right from the first episode was that it wasn't. It's nothing against guest cast members. I have nothing against that, but especially like the first episode, I wanted to see the main 7, and I just wanted to watch the main 7 do their whole thing. And I think his name's Robbie, the guy that was in there. He did awesome. He was playing so well. It just didn't feel like the normal Critical Role to me. And then I think some other differences was like, I don't know, it almost felt like, I don't know how to say what I'm thinking in my head, but like it felt like a business almost. There was so much business to it, rather than just the friends playing feeling. I don't know. It might just be me, but I couldn't get into it as much. I haven't gotten into live plays, to be honest. I'm not even going to recommend it because I understand why you may or may not. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get into other people's stories. I'm a bandwagoner as far as Critical Role goes. I never saw them during their first season or anything, and I didn't start season 2 until they were into like episode 80 or something like that. But I will say that starting at episode 1 of season 2 Critical Role, I fell in love with them and their characters, and I thought that their characters are so good, and then I don't know, at that point I was just addicted. Dimension 20 is also quite good. I have given their something high, Adventure High, maybe, is that what it's called? I watched the first couple episodes of that, and Dimension 20 is so good with their After Effects. It's a cinematic feature when you're watching theirs. It's so good. Fantasy High, there you go. Yeah, it was so good. I liked it. I haven't finished it actually for any reason other than just I got busy and probably to go back with it. But it kind of felt less like friends playing a game, more like a TV show. Yes, that's a good way to put it. Which I get why they're doing it. Like, at this point, you have the fame, you have the money, like, you have the ability to go and take this just friends sitting at a table playing and turn it into something so visually stunning. Why wouldn't you? And I don't know, to me, it almost took away from it a little bit, and I don't think that's a good complaint. I don't think that they should even heed what I'm saying, because, I mean, they're making a great show now. It just was harder for me to catch on to it. Go with After Effects and go with sets. Yeah, it's so good. A Crown of Candy is magnificent. I'll have to check that out. I do own quite a lot of TTRPGs, though, like some physical copies, but mostly digital. 2 made a list as well. Yeah, so at this point, I don't own many adventures, the books. Um, I only own Storm King's Thunder. I do have the Shattered Obelisk now. And then I have Keys to the Golden Vault. My mom got me that for, I think, last year's Christmas or something. She saw the book come out, thought it was super cool, so she got me that. I think it'd be really cool to find a good way to display them once I'm finished. So, Doctor Who RPG. Oh, that's cool. Doctor Who RPG, interesting. Let's see. I need to pull this back up and pull this up. Any hints? Sure. Yeah, nothing to hide. So I think, yeah, the video I was supposed to be working on today was the Heroes Haven one. The one that I am most excited about, and I cannot wait to do, is the one that I'm going to be making, and I mentioned it in the stream. I'm going to be making the what's it called? Like the digital map display case that I have. I'm going to be making a second one of those and recording the building process. But I'm so excited for that because I love building stuff. You guys will get to see like my workshop and stuff out in the garage, which will be another fun view of just me and my hobbies and stuff. But I'm going to be giving it away to a random person at my local game store. So long as the local game store is on board, I don't see why they wouldn't be. But I have to reach out to them and just make sure that's okay. But I think that that would be so fun to just give something like that away. So I'm really looking forward to that one, not only for the video itself, but just for the fun of getting to meet a whole bunch of people at the game store and give something fun away to them. So we'll see. But I gotta find something. I want to laser engrave something cool on the side of it, and I haven't decided what's a good overarching thing that I could laser engrave. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's nice, but I also have no use for it. So I think that it would be, someone could have some use for it, and I think that would just make me feel good. So it's almost for me too, because I would feel good that someone else is using it and making good use of it. Heroes Haven signs. So what I'm worried about is, like, what if someone's using it for, like, not D&D stuff? So I almost need some kind of overarching, like, TTRPG symbol of some sort. One of my thoughts was I gotta find a way to do it good. Maybe it'll be, like, their heads or something. But I kind of want to make, you know, like on the back of vans sometimes you have that little stick figure family. I was almost thinking... Yeah, Mr. Bangerman. That's exactly what I was about to say. I'll make like a little dice family, quote unquote. So I'll laser engrave like a big D20 that'll be like the dad or something, and then like the smaller dice as they go. I think that'd be kind of funny. Also, what's going on, Mr. Bangerman? Good to see you. Yeah, set of different dice. Samuel's on the same page. What about engraving of Where Adventures Begin? Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. In some kind of like medieval script. That would be wicked. So yeah, my laser engraver can do, I think 18 inches wide or something along those lines. So if I'm doing, I think the TV that I'm going to get is going to be a 41 inch TV, which once you get the length of that, it's like 36 inches or something like that. So I could do like a up to 18 inch line right in the middle of the long end of the board. It says like Where Adventures Begin. I like that a lot. And then maybe still like throw the little dice in the corner or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to decide once I get there. I'd like to do it afterwards, and just when I pick the winner, just say, hey, do you want me to engrave something on here? But it's all going to be glued and finished that I won't be able to then put it under the engraver. So kind of have to do it beforehand. I was all pumped to see my comments screenshotted in your software video. It'll be there forever. It'll never go away. Yeah, I didn't even look who those comments were from. I was just scrolling through my comments and seeing which ones mentioned like Owlbear Rodeo and the digital stuff and just copying them. I didn't even look at who it was, so funny. Actually, I don't even know what the name of the person who thought I lived in my parents' basement was. I never looked at that name. But that was the most... The funny part is I'm not totally sure if that comment was, like, you know, in a funny way or, you know, nice, mean, doesn't matter. But if that was backhanded at me or if that was just genuinely someone was like, wow, super cool that your parents let you do that in their basement. But, like, internally, I was like, ouch. Owie, that one hurt. Yeah, it really is. I almost woke up. My girlfriend said her house famous. And that part of the video made me laugh. Yeah, honestly, the comment still makes me laugh. Shockingly, like, I went into this D&D thing, or this YouTube thing, thinking I was going to get, like, a lot more negative comments. Not for any other reason, but that the internet is just, is sometimes a cesspool of awfulness. And so I was like, I'll give this a shot and we'll see what kind of comments come thrown my way. But really, I have not gotten really anything. So aside from the one person asking how to put 2 thumbs down, which I thought was a funny comment, and then this person who may or may not have been trying to be mean, I have no idea. Yeah, the D&D community is great, so that helps. And Samuel, they're talking about my, so I had a part 2 of my D&D setup where I did like a digital dive and talked about my whole like monitors setup and my digital display and all that. But at the very beginning of that, I talk about how I didn't cover everything in the first video and how all these people, and I like pointed to these comments that popped up, asked about the digital aspect of my setup. So that's what they're referencing. But yeah, that was a fun video to make. I enjoyed it. And hopefully I covered a lot of the questions people were asking. But if more come up, so be it. I don't mind. I plan on doing a whole programs video anyway at some point, so I may even make it a multi-part video depending on which programs I'm covering. I need to put this here. No worries. Party Barn Cycles requested the assistance of adventuring parties. This population. Citizens of a stark decrease in their catch over the past month, and recent disappearance of father and son sports them. Too late. ... Before it's too late. Alright, now I'm doing all the details for this Heroes Haven quest I'm putting up on Patreon of that map I made a few weeks ago. We'll just finish playing our campaign for the night. Gonna catch some Z's. Want to stop in and say hello. See y'all next time. Hey, nice. Got to play tonight. I wish I was playing tonight. Jealous. But cool. Thanks for stopping in. No issues. I will see you, I'm sure, at some point over in the Discord. We need somebody to pull the Tarrasque. I think that's the last one that hasn't been pulled yet. So, good luck tomorrow. Oh, Mr. Bangerman, before you go, we were talking about Thursday. We're gonna be releasing the next expansion. It's gonna be the Storm King's Thunder expansion during the stream. So if you're interested in that, save your cards for card pools Thursday for during the stream. That's when it's gonna release. Just an FYI. I want Harsnog so bad too. It's funny, that's literally, he's not even the highest valued one of them, but I want him so bad. And I'll give you a hint. He is, so, like in Lost Mines, I have 2 cards that are the special ones, which is Venom Fang and Neznar. In Storm King's Thunder, there are 11 cards this time. 2 of them are the special ones that will always be holographic. One of them is Imrith, the dragon, and the other one is Harsnog. I was going to make it King Hecaton, but Harsnog is a crowd favorite, so he will always be holographic. Is your long-term home campaign also Heroes Haven? No, that one was actually my first. So that is still my first campaign ever. Started off Lost Mines of Phandelver. We played through that. While I was playing through that, I started 2 other groups on Lost Mines and kind of finished them up in between. Because this one got a little more in-depth and they got a little more into their characters. Finished that, and then I was, at that point, comfortable in DMing and working on bigger modules. So we went straight into Storm King's Thunder from there, which just finished in our last session. So now I've kind of gone more into an open sandbox world based on what they've done in Lost Mines and Storm Kings. I'm still working on their backgrounds and stuff like that. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, so as someone who obviously never played any of the older modules before 5th edition and started off there, Lost Mines will forever be my favorite module. I don't think there's anything that could do anything to take that away. But I did like Storm King's Thunder, I will say that. But I enjoy at this point kind of making it up as I go, so I don't even know if I'll run another book. I haven't decided yet, but I'm enjoying kind of just winging it as I go. So my issue with Storm King's Thunder, and I don't want to ruin anything in case you're playing it, so what I will say, my issue with Storm King's Thunder is at the very end, the big bad evil thing that you're fighting, it's almost too easy, and it like ruins the build up, because they hold your hand through it. They give you some help, they give you a lot of help, and they give you these items that they just make it too easy. Running Curse of Strahd has been crazy, but it takes really interesting. So I've heard nothing but good about Curse of Strahd. And so I was thinking that's actually going to be my next expansion, but I'm going to need your guys' help because I don't know anything about it. So I'm going to need you guys to tell me, like, what characters we want to see in that expansion set. What level are my players? Currently, they are 11 coming out of Storm King's Thunder. At the end of Storm King's Thunder, you end at 10. So, or I think you go from 10 to 11. So, yeah, they're getting up there. But the fun part is, so kind of all of Storm King's Thunder was a little too easy because, to be honest, I did give them too many magic items. My fault. But even me pumping up the enemies at the end, it still was too easy. However, the first battle they did outside of that, which was, it was in tune with one of their backgrounds, their backstories that they had going on. I was the one who finally set something up for that. That was my whole thing. They had to run. No one died. They got very close. It was the most exciting battle because they were nervous to the point where they were like, okay, we need to run, but there's a chance we could kill him. And they were fighting with each other on whether or not they should stay and finish him off or run. And they ended up running, and it was perfect scenario because it was just enough fear without me killing anybody. So it was great. That was also fantastic. I played through it twice. Cool. With the same DM. First time we died very... Oh, not cool. Died very early on. Second time we finally beat it after a year. Well, Curse of Strahd is a vampire called Strahd. Yeah, he obviously has to be in it. Definitely. Also, I experienced my first character death in Death House. So, is Death House another module? Or is that part of Curse of Strahd? Good. But the space of map home ravaged by a floating arcane orb and have endless scenarios molded around it. And the attached display, you'll find numerous variations of the map, including that. Cool. It's like an optional opening. Oh, okay. Oh, opening. So right off the bat, it wasn't even in the middle of it. Oof. Oh, yeah. Level 1 characters are so squishy. So squishy. Welcome to Bro. Got it. Interesting. Well, it sounds like y'all are experts in this Curse of Strahd, so I may be reaching out to you and just saying, hey, you wanna toss some ideas for cards this way? That's funny. I guess that's probably why they call it Death House, I imagine. Pull this up here. The first player I killed, because I don't really play, so I don't have a personal player death experience. I've played one time, the player lived. But my first player that I killed, that was in Thunder Tree in Lost Mines. And then the second player I killed, also in Thunder Tree of Lost Mines. That dragon is deadly if your players do not know they should be running at certain points. You're approaching 2 years playing it. Nice. Yeah, Venom Fang. Venom Fang. However, the third group obliterated Venom Fang. I forget what they used spell-wise. It was the worst rolling of my life for him, but he kept failing his saves to the point where they had him locked down. Maybe Tasha's? Hold on. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. See the rate. Yeah. Target was it wisdom save, they fall prone, become incapacitated. Yeah. So they used Tasha's when it was on the ground. Now I will say I started it off kind of easy by having it swoop down to put it within range of, like, they had a fighter that was a melee fighter and stuff, so I didn't want to just leave that player out of the fight. So I had it swoop down to investigate something that they had set up. I will say they had kind of put this illusion out there for it to set up. But yeah, I had him swoop down to quote unquote check it out, and the player, they cast Tasha's, failed, and could not succeed on a roll anywhere past that. And at that point, they just were at advantage the whole time. The fighter that I was trying to let be a part of it was just destroying this thing at that point. It was wild. I have gotten the option to play, which I did play the one time. I played the, the Essentials Kit story. I can't think of what it's called. She wanted to try DMing, and I was like, that's awesome. I would love for you to do that, and you can absolutely use my setup, and if you would like, I would love to play. Just because I wanted her to try DMing. So she used my setup. I got to play. She did great. The only thing is I found that I really, really like, I guess, knowing what's coming, running the story. So I kind of didn't enjoy being a player that much. It's not that I enjoyed or didn't enjoy being a player in her campaign. I just I didn't like the idea that I didn't know what was going on. Icespire Peak. There you go. Yes, Icespire Peak. With what's the dragon's name? Vayne. Cryovayne the dragon. Yeah. That's another one that I'll be doing an expansion for. I don't think that one will be as big because you don't run into too many significant characters, but Cryovayne's the important dragon in that one. But yeah, so I do have the option of playing. People have offered. They were like, hey, if you don't want to DM anymore, like, let me know and I'll take the workload. And I've basically said, like, you can absolutely DM if you want to, but don't feel obligated because I prefer it. I love DMing, so just a preference. The only other time I got to play was a Marvel one-shot. We all made level 15 characters. I was Thor. That was a lot of fun, just because it kind of didn't matter. You're just doing whatever. I need to drag down. Yes, it was also 5e. So I went. What was the type of barbarian? It was in one of. It's either Tasha's Cauldron of Everything or wow, whatever the other big one is that I can't think of right now. It was one of the subclasses in there. Barbarian, 5e. Let me just go to 5e tools real quick. They've got everything. Xanathar's Guide. Yes, that's what I was trying to think of. I occasionally get the chance to play. I'm the forever DM. So do you prefer to DM, or would you like to play and you just don't often get the chance to? At DJ Widget. Barbarian. Storm Herald. That's what it was. It was the Storm Herald Barbarian is what I played as Thor. It matched perfect. Only played but wanna be a forever DM. Interesting. Interesting. Now, it seems to me that people that start off playing prefer to play. And then people that start off DMing tend to want to DM. But in your instance, you started off as only playing and want to be a forever DM. Interesting. A lot of DMs in our group, so we switch off. We're actually wrapping up an 18-month Star Wars adventure. Very cool. Very cool. Is that 5th edition? That Star Wars adventure? Yeah, I agree with double crit fail. If you tell your DM, they will most likely gladly take off some of the workload. I do not mind playing, but I feel I'd be better suited to plan and make campaigns. Yeah, it's just fun because you get to release that creativity, you know? My current situation, full-time job, wife, 2 kids, and very, very short free time, and my giant list of PCs I built over the years, I'd rather be a player. I totally get that. Totally get that. So let's, full-time job, check. Have that wife, yep. 2 kids, yep. And no free time, yep. The only free time I have goes to this stuff at this point. So, me planning for the D&D sessions. Now, luckily, we play once a month, so I do have typically some time to plan. But you're right, like, finding free time for any of that is so difficult. Been working on a campaign. Nice. Very nice. Use a Star Wars Saga Edition RPG, so very similar to Pathfinder. Got it. System was published between 2007 and 2010, so pretty much like 5e, except slightly more crunchy. Nice. Interesting. My group normally meets twice a month, but we go all day Sunday. Yeah, so most of our sessions, we do the same thing because we're only meeting once a month. We typically will do like 12-plus hour sessions. So we'll usually do it on a Saturday night, find a Saturday that works for everyone, and then just start at like 10 a.m. and go until people just can't keep their eyes open anymore. Oh yeah, yeah. If we're doing D&D, it's all day. And I'll even say, even Heroes Haven is the same way. I'll typically, so I have a group chat of 19 people, and those are 19 people that aren't necessarily D&D players that they play all the time, but people that have played D&D. And so in that group, when I'm ready for a Heroes Haven session, I'll say, hey, I'm starting a Heroes Haven session this whatever Saturday I pick, starting at 10 a.m. Let me know if you're interested. And usually I will have more than the 6 or 7 people that my table can handle. But what's cool is like certain people are like, oh, I can only make it in the morning because I've got something going on in the afternoon, or vice versa. And so usually by the time the first set of people is wrapping up and a couple people have to go, like the first group gets back to Heroes Haven, the next few people are showing up, and it's a perfect time for them to meet up in Heroes Haven and go off on the next quest. So usually I'll still do Heroes Haven all day long and just kind of rotate people around as it goes. Are you more of a prep ahead? If it's my regular campaign, I'm 100% more of a prep ahead. If it's my Heroes Haven, I will prep the quests. But other than that, I don't normally have like encounters along the road or anything. I'll just kind of make that up as I go along. And I usually won't overload it with small encounters, but a lot of times they're not even encounters that do anything. One of the ones, and I'm surprised no one's even bought any yet because you can build a home in Heroes Haven. One of them is this guy. He's just a traveling painter, and he consistently has several paintings that he's trying to sell. And I'll just describe certain places in my head that I come up with at that point. But no one's bought one yet. It's ticking me off because I keep thinking of these on the spot, and then now I got to write them down later in case they go looking for it again. I've been working on a monster hunting campaign with crafting monster part magical items, but have ideas. That's wicked. Because one of the best things people love to do in D&D, obviously, is go fight monsters and hunt. So I think that you will kill it with that campaign. Victorian fantasy setting, though. Wicked. Super cool. More D&D, Patreon, posts. Frail Fishery. Here we go. And go to here. There we go. No. No. There we go. Perfect. Good, good. I'll put this in my Heroes Haven. Encounter maps. Tags. Heroes Haven. Maps. Next. Good, good. Publish. Um, if you could run an adventure in a non-fantasy setting. Non-fantasy. I mean, medieval times, and I feel like this is so cliche for a lot of, you know, TTRPG or Dungeons and Dragons players. Like, I love the medieval time period, the idea of castles and stuff like that. So, I would probably pick that. But outside of more of a regular D&D vibe feel, I feel like something in the world of like the Civil War era would be kind of cool. Not overly mechanical in like guns and stuff like that, but a little bit more than just swords and bows. I think the Civil War era would be kind of cool. Westerns, nice. Probably Doctor Who, nice. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah, I never got too deep into the space sci-fi stuff. So, like, I didn't really care too much for Star Wars. I know my dad was a big Star Wars fan, so I watched the original movies with him when I was a kid, but I didn't really keep up with it after that. Same thing with Star Trek. My dad was also a big Stargate SG-1 fan, so I used to watch that with him. But once I moved out, I didn't really care too much for it. Numenera is such a good setting. I've never heard of Numenera. Sounds cool. Some of my favorite movies, TV shows. So, big time Game of Thrones fan. Again, how basic. But I just thought it was so, well, up until probably the last 2 seasons. I could tolerate the second to last season, but that last one was brutal. Let's see, other TV shows. I really liked The 100, which is, I feel like, not such a popular show. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there or not. I tried to watch House of Dragons. I could not get into it. I watched the first couple episodes of House of Dragons, and it just wasn't the same. It didn't feel the same. And I know that they said you had to get a little bit further into it, and it started to ramp up a bit more, but it just felt so different. So I did not watch House of Dragons, no. Not a big reader. I know I sound like a dunce, but I just never was a big reader, so I don't really have any good book recommendations or anything. And as far as TV shows, yeah, The 100 I really liked. It was about, like, basically the Earth. We destroyed the Earth pretty much as far as, like, the environment and all that stuff. And so our last hope was we had to go up into space on this ship that could hold us. And so the beginning of the show starts where turns out the ship can't really support the amount of life that's on it anymore. And so it's kind of a dumb concept, but they decide to take 100 of the youth, but the ones that are not the greatest or well-tempered youth, kind of like the bad kids, quote unquote, and send them down to Earth because they believe that it's okay to inhabit at this point, but they're not sure. So they just send these kids down there. But I won't ruin the rest of it from there. But I thought it was really good. Now, similar to Game of Thrones, the last season was just miserable. They started going like all over the place with it. It was really cool when it was just like a survival show, but then it started getting all real sci-fi and everything towards the end. So, meh. Can imagine world full of ruins to explore, feels fantasy with ruined technology. Interesting. 1 billion years. Jeez. It's just so hard to wrap my head around those numbers. Billion years into the future. Technology akin to magic in a world full of ruins. Very cool. I need to put this, I don't know how I want to release the new version of the Satchimon spreadsheet. It's so much nicer now. But I don't know what I want to put for the update. I feel like I need to make some kind of thumbnail for it. I always recommend the Kingkiller Chronicles. Interesting. I think the only book series that I read all the way through was it's called Pendragon. I mean, this was middle to just starting out high school, so I don't know how great it holds up today. At the time I liked it, but yeah, it was called Pendragon. I thought the series was great. Thought they should have turned it into a movie like they did with Harry Potter. Tons of supplements for Numenaris. Discovery is the core. Rule book and Destiny is another, but adds whole new stuff. I have lots of their books digitally. I'll look into it. Sounds cool. Like I said, I would love to check out other TTRPGs. I just am always so averse and nervous to do so because change is just not my thing. Cut Me Teeth on 2 series by David Eddings, the Belgariad, and I think that's how you say it, Belgariad, and the Malorian. I should read more. It's another thing I just don't have time for anyway. Even if I decided to start reading more, I just don't have time for it. I guess I could put this up. I'll make a thumbnail for this release I'm doing over on Patreon. I gotta make a thumbnail for... Sure, but we need transparency. Audiobooks. That was another one. The voice for the audiobooks are never what I want them to be. Like in my head, how I envision the books being read, they're never what I want them to be. Alright, let's make a new background. Alright, so we want a Sachemon update. How are we going to put this? Did I have that here? I think I did. Maybe in downloads. Oh, you know what? I wonder how my map's coming along. We'll find out on Thursday when we're putting it together. And it's going to be fun, though. I'm looking forward to it. Let me switch to this real quick, because I don't know what this is going to show. I need to get to the Sachemon one. My page. Where is it? Where is it? Nope, 100 subscribers. What? I don't see my Sachemon post in Patreon. What? Oh, I had to load more. Jeez. I didn't realize how long I've been doing this at this point. But would love to discuss sometimes. Sure, yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. We could even, I'm sure, honestly, a lot of people over the Discord would want to know about it too. Alright, let's go to downloads. There we go. Alright. Now, where were we? Oops, wrong thing. Oh gosh. You guys are just looking at yourself. Ah! I can't get rid of it. Oh my gosh. What is happening? I can't get rid of this. This is crazy. What is happening? I literally cannot get rid of this. This is crazy. And I don't want to get rid of it because it's going to shut it down. Okay. I think we got it. Maybe. Let's put that there. And do that. Okay. Where were we? Oh my gosh. That was a madhouse. All right. Select, invert, delete. Select none. Layer, crop to content. Ah. So we'll take this. Make it a new layer. Delete this one. Alright. And then we will... Whoop. Yeah! And then we'll center this. Alright, now let's add some words. Version 2. I always use this Nexa Rust Sans Heavy. Big fan. That's what you'll see in all my video thumbnails. I don't know, we'll make it 700. That's too much? Yep, too much. 250. But where does Satch and Satchman come from? That is correct, yeah. Yeah. This was before I made it for YouTube. So I made it for just me, myself, and my table. So I just thought it was a funny name. Had I known I was going to be putting this out into the universe, I might have tried to come up with a cooler name, but it stays now. You don't have an exclamation point? What? A little more. Right there. And then we will... Oh, you're so dumb. Why did I do that? That's fine. Layer, crop to content. And we'll go back to move. That definitely did not... There we go. And then this we will align in the middle. And now I feel like I need, like, what comes with it. Malexanka, what's going on? How you doing? Just hanging out chatting. I'm putting some stuff up over on Patreon, so now I'm making a little kind of thumbnail for that. So, figured you guys could at least have something to look at while we were talking. Just woke up. What time is it? What time is it where you are? For me, it is 1:19 a.m. Holy cow. I should not have read that. Oof. That's going to hurt. This has expansions in it. 7 a.m. there. Osmandius 5e, what's going on? Nice talking to you. 3 p.m. there. It's so crazy just talking to people from all over. It's so fun. I'm glad that I get this experience to do so because I personally, nothing against other places, I have no desire to travel because I almost died the one time I flew to Punta Cana. Just say, oh, this flippin' icon, get out of the way. I think it says it's Ryan from the other stream. Is that what I'm seeing? If so, what's going on, Ryan? I wish this icon was out of the way. On my alt account, didn't realize. I actually do that in the Discord sometimes. I have two Discord accounts. One's my more D&D one, and one's my older one. I use my older one to test bot stuff in my new one to make sure everything works for the Satchamon before we upload it. And sometimes I will be mid-sentence to somebody on Discord that's like asking me questions about cards or trying to trade, and I'll realize that I'm in the wrong account and it's going to look silly coming from some weird stranger. Alright, so we've got expansions. And custom card lists are custom cards. Sure. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll center this one. Whoop. Did you guys all get to see the eclipse? Those of you, well, I guess if you're in that significantly different time zones, I imagine you're not in an area that would have seen the eclipse, but I'm not totally sure. Let's move this. Yeah. And we'll move the Satchamon. Yeah, it's good enough. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. It's not a YouTube thumbnail or anything. Which matters way more. Just for the algorithm purposes. Not that I care more. Alright, so we need to add a glow layer. And then we will do the select by color. We'll go to version 2, layer to image size. Select here, select invert. Make sure our, nope, it wasn't. Sure. And then we want to switch this, edit stroke selection. And, oh, we need to go on the glow. Stroke. Oh, undo. Stroke selection, paintbrush. There you go. Yeah, there we go. I feel like I need to bring it down a little further. It's getting too close to Satchamon, and it's too thick. Alignment here. Layer to image size. Select invert. And then glow. And we'll make this smaller. Edit, stroke selection, stroke. There we go. That's better. And then for the expansions, layer to image size. Select clear, select invert, go back to glow, change this to yellow. Okay, bring this down in size to maybe 9. Edit, stroke selection, stroke. Select none. Cool. File. Switch back to here. File, export as. Downloads. This program is called GIMP. It is GIMP. It is the open source version of Adobe Photoshop. It can pretty much do everything Adobe Photoshop can do, but it's open source, so it's worked on all the time. It's awesome. I love it. And I'll go back to it in a second. I just figured I'd go back over here while I save it. Satchaman update. Yeah, I had never like done anything with Adobe Photoshop or anything prior to using GIMP, so I really didn't have any understanding of how like layers and stuff work on these programs. But now that I've done so much with this, like I can't imagine not using it. So I use it for pretty much everything. Which, honestly, this would be one of the programs I'd probably include in my programs that I use for D&D video. Yeah, don't worry. Look, those are all on my list to cover in that video is the funny part. Don't forget about Improved Initiative. That one's massive. Depending on if you're printing minis, then you might want to learn Orca Slicer. It's a great slicer. Which you could also use SketchUp. I'm going to be posting a file on SketchUp here soon. Not SketchUp, goodness gracious. On Patreon soon of these. Let me go get them real quick. Hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I have a feeling that this green screen is going to get in the way of this, but understanding Discord is so much better. Yeah, you and me both are starting to understand Discord better. This is wild. So what these are is I got tired of, so if I didn't have miniatures for a monster that I didn't see was coming, I got tired of just like, you know, having everyone pretend that there's something there, maybe putting like a ring there or something. So I made these little pawns that I use, and then I printed this little thing to go with it as well. And so essentially I have the 12 different color pawns. So, you know, for some reason I had 12 different monsters I could use them, but typically it's whatever I think the monster is, I'll use that color. So they just kind of look like this, nothing crazy special to them. But then I made the additional 12 different color little hats that go on them. So now, like, this would be the red monster with the orange hat, and then this would be the red monster with the purple hat. And so that way they could tell, you know, okay, I'm fighting these guys, I'm hitting the orange one, or I'm hitting the purple one, and so on. And so they're just so versatile in what they can be used for. So I'm going to be posting this model here soon. But the cool part about this is I made different sizes. So, and different trays to go along with it. So, like, this is the tray you were just looking at. Come on, green screen. And then this is, like, the next one down. It's all the smaller guys. And then this is the big ones that actually it was so big I couldn't fit them onto one tray with the lids. So I had to do the big one on the tray and then the lids on their own tray. And they just kind of sit on top and you pull them off. And then it has like a little slider that I don't even have anything to put in there yet, but it's there. So, yeah, I'll be posting this soon. I don't know how many people will find use of it, but I use it a lot, so. But so that one was what I did in SketchUp. So SketchUp's another good one to learn. So I think that's the end of that. So now I can, oh. File, save, Satchamon update, XCF. We'll just save it in downloads. I gotta go clear out my downloads. I'm usually better than this. But I've been saving so much stuff recently. Yeah. Yeah. That, like, luckily a lot of these do have versatile uses, these programs, but no, it's fine. It's a dumb word. You shouldn't be expected to assume it means satchel monsters. I should have come up with a cooler name before I released it, but I had already gotten used to calling it Satchamon, so. Let's see, is this the one? Yeah. Pocket Monsters or Satchamons. Yeah, I just didn't want Nintendo coming after me, you know, when this takes off sometime. I'm riding the line between two massive companies, Nintendo and Wizards of the Coast, and here I am right in the middle, not trying to get sued by either one of them. I mean, I'm not selling these things anyway. We're just playing for free online, but I'll just right in between these two giants, like, ooh. I didn't say Pokemon. I'm not selling the Tarrasque. Alright, select image, downloads. Yeah, I gotta find a way to reach a target audience of a bunch of D&D playing lawyers. That way they're on my side if anything were to ever go wrong. Satchamon spreadsheet. With new additions. Huzzah! Wow. The first edition of the Satchamon spreadsheet works perfect. It could have been made and intuitive. So I took the time to separate an entire sheet dedicated to inputting the dice rolls, along with detailed instructions on how to use it. Additionally, I've added the ability to add any cards you'd like tab. Tabbed sheet. This I've added 2 expansion sets. One for the Lost Mines of Phandelver, and one for Storm King's Thunder. Enjoy. Random personal question: what made you wake up one day and say, "Hey, I'm gonna start putting videos up on YouTube"? So I actually had a few people recommend live streaming our sessions. That was where the first inclination of starting a YouTube channel came from. There's so much more that goes into live streaming actual sessions. Part of it is making sure that your party wants that, because I don't want to say, hey, we're going to do this and have anybody feeling comfortable with it. So that always made me a little weird, having other people that might be weirded out about it. But then also I want to make sure that I'm showing off, you know, a good stream, not just like one camera showing us playing. So anyway, that was where the idea came in. But then people started like saying like people would love to see your table at least and all this kind of stuff. And then so finally I was like, well, maybe I'll just make a video. And originally I was just going to cover the table starting there and just see how it took off. And then I really enjoyed making the first couple videos. So I kind of got hooked on making the videos themselves. And then once people started liking the videos and I started making all these cool connections like with you guys, now it's a really fun hobby. It's almost a separate hobby from D&D completely that's just as addicting. So nothing totally spurred it, but there was definitely like just talk from friends that got me to take the leap. Now I just got to get YouTube making me a bunch of money to pay for some like cool cameras and stuff to get a sweet rig. So far, after like, now I will say I think I've been monetized now for maybe 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's been. I want to say it's like 2 weeks, but like that first week I didn't put out any video or anything. So after I put out this video last week, I think I'm up to, I just hit like $20 or something like that. So it's nothing crazy, but it's a start. So now I just got to keep pushing out content going from there. Patreon's helping with that too. I got a lot of Patreon members over there that I don't want to disappoint. That's why I want to make sure I get this stuff out on Patreon. But yeah, realistically, all the money that's coming through all this is just going to be put back into hopefully making cooler content. No, none of that. Tags. Do I have a Sachemon tag? No, but I'll make a Sachemon tag. And then I appreciate that. I'm trying not to. I'm spending way too much time trying not to. But if I ever do, I hope the community is at least honest and says, hey, that video was trash, dude. Try again. Where did I save this? Oh, I remember. Documents. Yeah, I need to go in here with some file management. My files are not great. And Patreon, right? Posts. No. No, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Now I remember. Sachemon. Sachemon version 3 expansions. Perfect. No, what are you doing? Documents, Dungeons and Dragons, Sachemon. Alright, perfect. Publish. Now I'll have to make a video showing how to use that spreadsheet and stuff. Do I use a lot of Excel sheets in my day job? Not to the extent that I use here. Basics. We use them for, so full disclosure, my profession, I am an environmental health and safety specialist. So, you know, just OSHA and being the safety guy and all that. There's a lot of spreadsheets for just listing, you know, incidents and stuff like that that occur. So nothing near what I do here, but that opened my eyes to what Excel can do, because this was really the first job I needed to use Excel even a little. And once I started seeing all the different functions that it had, stuff like that, I started like, okay, there's some cool things that can for sure be done with this. And so started playing with it at home, and next thing you know, here we go. Yeah, Excel, in my opinion, is, and I will die by this, is the most underrated D&D program out there. It can do so much. It's crazy. I'm even working on a D&D lottery on there. I forget who was talking about it, but have you ever messed around with coding like JavaScript? I have not, and I have tried to the guy that's coding everything over on the Discord for this Satchamon bot that's drawing the cards and keeping track of everyone's collections and everything. I have tried to keep up with how he's doing that. It makes no sense to me. Now, I'm sure if I really dove into it and tried to learn it, I could get it, but at the moment, zero coding knowledge. I see your Excel and raise you OneNote. Yeah, I have not even looked at OneNote. So you've got me on that one. I don't know anything about OneNote. My understanding, so is it just like a blank canvas that you can kind of put notes anywhere rather than like a Word doc where you type kind of straight up and down and organize it in that manner? Is it OneNote like an open canvas kind of? I'm not sure. I've never used it. Yep, can drop pictures, tables. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. You just like drop the picture anywhere on the canvas and then make a note anywhere about it somewhere else, or multiple notes about it. That's cool. Even Excel sheets. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Throw the Excel sheets on there. Also, for those of you that were playing, which I think maybe was all of you. I think everyone here was playing. Last Thursday I was talking about getting like a dice cam or something so you can see my dice. I pulled out my old, I have this, I haven't used it in forever. I mean, years and years, but I have this GoPro Hero 3 that I was like, I feel like I can hook this up somehow as like an additional webcam, but I need a whole setup to get this thing working. I need to order this, like, I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was like a cam card or something like that. You order that, and then you attach that to this, and that makes the computer be able to read it as a video-taking device or something. I have no idea. But it's almost less expensive to just buy another webcam, I'm finding. For my Coast Dragon campaign, I have a picture of the map of Barovia with little red pushpin emojis over the areas they visited. That's wildly helpful. That's awesome. Which I think, and you mentioned Obsidian in that Power Word Spill channel that I watch. He did something similar in Obsidian. But I guess that one you could like put maps in maps, I guess. So like you could click something in an area and it would pull up the map and you'd be able to use that. I don't know. I wish there was 72 hours in the day so I could have time to look at all these things. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do before hitting the sack is I'm gonna pull up a list of the characters from Curse of Strahd and just go through them with you guys real quick and see if they're like which ones stand out as good options to add as the expansion. Yeah, I feel like I need to do it. His content's great, but I feel like I need to do it also. Right now, my notes just consist of either physically writing them, typing them on Word, or my spreadsheets. I need to... How did I get this to do all of them? Oh yeah, there we go. Filter, where's Curse of Strahd? There it is. So I typically try to keep it somewhere around 10. So like the first one, Lost Mines, was 8. This one, Storm King's Thunder, is 11. So somewhere around 10. If it's less or more, so be it. But so I try to go for the characters that they're like the primary characters in the story, or very notable characters, not necessarily every named character. And so the example I use for Lost Mines is I added King Groll, which is the king chief bugbear at the Cragmaw Castle, but there was also 2 other bugbears that were named, one of them in Yarno's hideout and one of them in Cragmaw Caves. I didn't add those because those weren't like significant characters. So just stuff like that. I added Droop, which was the little goblin that, you know, some campaigns they really lean into Droop and he becomes a part of the party. So I felt like he was a loved character. So, all right, let me share this and zoom in here. So hopefully y'all can see this. All right. So I'm just going to roll through these a little bit. And if any of these stand out, let me know. All right, hold on. All right, so Strahd, absolutely. Hold on, let me type this over here. Didn't I have a blank worksheet? No, I didn't. File, new, blank worksheet. All right, Strahd. I'll just copy. Oh, ads. All right. What about this Mad Mage of Mount Baratok? Is he important? Alright, specifically Night Hags. Alright. Flesh Golem. Flesh Golem's in there, so we're good there. Shambling Mound. I'm just saying, not all of these might be added. I'm not sure yet, but I'll definitely take the notes so that way I can go back and look at them. Okay. Petrina Velakovna, Baba Lysaga's Creeping Hut, Baba Lysaga, the Abbot. There are a lot of named characters in here. The Abbot is a good one, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for like specifically named characters, I feel like. Vampire, Amber Golem, I would definitely add. Alright. That one will be interesting because now it's like, do I add that to the Golems special set? Or does it just remain part of the whatever it's called, special set? It's tough because these sets I'm almost just adding only named characters. Because like Storm King's Thunder, I forget what it was. There was a couple like ice styled creatures that I thought about adding too, but I didn't add them just because I felt like only adding named characters was the way to go. But I don't know. So I have Amber Golem typed here. We'll see. The hut nearly stopped. Stomped the barbarian to death. So should I add the hut? Madam Ava. Exothanter. I second Amber Golem already. Perfect. Vistana Assassins. I guess that's just type of assassin. Esmeralda Davnir. Aragal. Vladimir Horngard. That's an undead. House fight. Did I add that in here? Babali Zaga. Should I add Babali Zaga? Is that an important character? Oops. Oh, come on. Vladimir just died in our last session. Brutal. And I'll go back and read about these different people. Oh, I added. What? I did something to that by accident. Oops. She's a bit more of a side quest. All right, good to know. Yeah, like I said, I'll go back and read up on these people anyway, so that's fine. Rudolph von Richten. Have I passed Rudolph yet? I don't think I had. No. Vilnius Victor Valakovich. Strahd's animated armor. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Strahd's animated armor. Stanimir, Sir Godfrey Gwillem. Vasilka, Valenta Popovsky. Tavio, Periwinkle, Morgantha, Lumila, Knight of the Order. Yeah, there are a lot of named people in this one. Sheesh. Thorn and Rose. NPCs. Jeez. Bucephalus? Alright. Copied. Thorn and Rose are both good. Oh, it's Strahd's Steed. That's cool. They're important to Death House. Got it. Irwin, Luvash, Lady Fiona Watchter, Davian Martikov, Dorkova, Martikov, Strahd Zombie, Snow Maiden. Golly. I never saw your Rudolph. I'll have to search it, maybe. Auto Bellevue. That's pretty cool. Ooh, the crab claw. Mixed with a giant crab, you say? Alright, well that's a good start. I can go through those names and kind of see which ones stand out. Alright, I am going to go to bed. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I mean, like I said, I didn't really have any content planned. I just figured I'd pop on and just be here in case anyone wanted to hang out. So, yeah, hit me with your top 10, and then I might post it on over on Discord too. See if anyone else wants to chime in. But yeah, I'll see you guys over on Discord, and I'll see you in the stream. Oh, I was supposed to set up the stream for Thursday tonight. I'll do that tomorrow. So. All right, have a good night, everybody. Or day, night, everyone.